Here's a storefront, one of my favorite concepts in my imaginations because I've always admired them ever since I was a small child in the 1960s. And they seem to be disappearing at a very rapid rate in the last 10 to 20 years. Some are all completely gone now. And what you have here is a box out in the bottom, and in the upper you'll have a soffit, and then that will be encased in glass, and there's the column inside there that's holding up the building itself, because that part of the building is actually cut out. Not that it's cut out, it's just when they're building these things they build up and over. They cantilever over, then they have to add a column to hold all that weight for the rest of the building. And what happens then what they'll do, or what they used to do, is they would encase that in glass, and then that is your storefront, and that's your display. You would have the bottom section there, that base, or that box out that's built up, and it's the base part that's holding all the glass in place up to the soffit. Now up in the soffit, and the inside would be your lighting, mostly just case lighting, not case lighting, but can lighting rather. And of course you'd have your door, and then your other side with the box out at the bottom and the soffit at the top. Now I can remove this glass because this glass is only makeshift. This is only plastic right now. As you can see the storefront in this building. This building here is it's a two-flat corner-shaped building, so it would be a building that you would see at a six-corner intersection, and these kind of buildings are usually gone now. And the very bottom is your storefront. You'd have your first and second floors, and of course your roof, and then it's bigger in the back than it is in the front, so it's diamond shaped. And then you have your storefront. Now I plan to put another one in the door here, of course you can't see it, to accommodate a second store in this building. They usually had two, not all the time, but that's your front. And like I said, I was taking this is just a plastic piece that I put in. Now these will all be cut, this glass, and it will be beveled at 45 degrees, or whatever this degree is here. I don't know if that's a 45. And I'll sand that, and then that will all be set in place and caulked, and then trim will go up. It depends on how good it looks. I might not put the trim on it and have it just the way it is, and it always looks better for display. Now, the first one I built was the antique store. Now this is all glass. You see, once again, you have your box out at the bottom, or not your box out, your base. These are the venting, and like on this side too. And then at the top you'd have your soffit. Let me go back and so you can see that doorway. These are the doorways, or the storefronts of our past, of America's past, the mom and pop stores. What always fascinated me was the glass and the fact that things could be displayed on them. Nowadays when you see storefronts, it's just one solid wall of glass and aluminum usually, but that also is a storefront. It's a little smaller than this 3-story or this 2.5-story one I have. You can see the row. Everything's encased in glass, and I have all the little trinkets on the inside that go along with a little mom and pop antique store. You know, made all the lights myself, wired everything, and it's even a piece of furniture too because it has a drawer. So with that, and there's the bigger model, the model storefront. I call it corner block. Corner block. Now the next one I'm working on is right in my kitchen, and I'm trying to work out the glass right now. I cut out this glass. This is the storefront's glass, miniature storefront glass. Now in the past some of them were actually curved. They actually had curved glass, and then it was linked to straight glass and all put together in the storefront. And I found this stuff. Maybe if I make a track or little tiny areas where you can see it, I might have to cut that or something and maybe put some black paint in there or something, or maybe just some kind of little escutcheon that holds the two pieces of glass together. That might set that off. But this also has to be cut down. It's going to work great for the next project I'm working on. Of course, I don't have it all set up. I'm just showing you the glass. And we'll see that the next time here at the Hard Shop.